This key is invalid. You know the rules about the new access codes. I will have you fined if you attempt this again.
The entry arm to the waterfront slammed down in front of my truck at 6:12 a.m., and the keypad flashed red like it was mad at me. A bored lady in white sneakers stepped out of her SUV, held up her hand, and said, "You're not allowed past here anymore." She pointed at my tackle box like it was evidence. The air smelled like damp reeds and gasoline, and my kid in the passenger seat whispered, "Are we in trouble?" This is a dramatized story, but the HOA tactics are real. That path led to the community shoreline where my family kept a small canoe and a little storage rack. It was the only calm place I had after long shifts. Now one person was deciding I couldn't reach it. She claimed my access was temporary and my paperwork was outdated, like my rights had an expiration date. I tried being polite. I showed her my membership card and the packet I got at closing, folded and worn from being opened too many times. She didn't look. She smiled and said, "Try again when you have the right numbers." Then she slowly tapped the keypad herself, like a magician, and the arm lifted for her. Behind her, two neighbors stood near the clubhouse patio and stared at their phones so hard I thought they might crack the screens. I went to the office at 9:00 a.m. The lobby smelled like cinnamon spray and warm printer plastic. I asked for the manager. The receptionist said, "Email us." I asked for the bored lady's name. The receptionist said, "We don't give out that info." I waited anyway. The bored lady walked through, saw me, and said to the room, "He's trying to sneak in." Then she laughed, and nobody laughed back. So I stopped talking and started collecting. I filmed the keypad refusing me 3 times in a row. I photographed the new residents-only placard from every angle, making sure no addresses showed. I recorded the sound of the arm dropping, that hard clunk that felt personal. Timeline item 1 June 14th at 6:12 a.m. Keypad denied access while board member waved me away. That one line kept me calm because it turned anger into a fact. That night I spread everything out at my kitchen table. I lined up photos, emails, and call logs in a binder. Then I made a simple request through the proper channel for the association's access policy, the shoreline easement map, and the maintenance authorization for the barrier they installed. I kept my message boring on purpose. Dates. Questions. No insults. Bullies hate boring paperwork. A week later, a neutral compliance officer from the association's dispute service called me in. The bored lady showed up wearing a blazer and that same smile. The officer asked one question: who approved restricting an easement that runs with the property? The bored lady blinked fast and said, "It's for safety." The officer slid a plain map across the table and said, "Your barrier is on a shared access route you don't control. Restore access immediately, and schedule removal of the arm within 10 business days." The next Saturday, my kid and I watched workers unbolt the arm and carry it off like a defeated robot. The bored lady stood behind the clubhouse window, arms crossed, pretending she wasn't watching. A neighbor finally came over and said, "I'm glad you pushed back. We missed the sunrise spot." I nodded and said, "Me too." Funny thing is, when someone tries to lock you out with a keypad, the right paper trail is the real key.
You are in direct